OpenAI is going to buy Jony Ive's company, LoveFrom, for $6.5 billion. This is an all-stock transaction. And if you don't know Jony Ive, he's the guy behind a lot of the kind of iconic, maybe even seminal Apple products, Jason, known for his design sense, understanding of aesthetics and usability. And the thought here, as far as I can tell from the last couple of minutes, is that he was working on some hardware for the AI game. And what does OpenAI do? Well, some of the biggest and most popular models out there. So put the two together and you could see a very interesting hardware device from OpenAI. Just given how far Apple has dropped the ball on hardware AI integration compared to just, for example, this week, Google and Android, this is actually very exciting to me. My first thought was, yuck, what a waste of money. Do you really need this? It's a lot. But then if they nail it, what's the value of the iPhone today for Apple? It's like what? $2 trillion?
It is the company. Yeah. So I mean, I'd say it's 80% of the value of Apple is the iPhone, right? It's got to be 90% of the profits or something along those lines, taking out like maybe the Google deal. Yeah. Love Now or LoveFrom. Is it LoveFrom? LoveFrom.
LoveFrom, yes.
Yeah. That was his design studio. So he was doing jobs for other people, no pun intended. So he was kind of acting like for any startup that wanted to do something. And I think everybody realizes there'll be a pendant, a physical device that incorporates AI and maybe creates a new format. Most people think it's glasses. I just got the Ray-Bans from Facebook, and I see Google's coming out with their new glasses that will be augmented. And I'm just going to play with them over the summer on vacation, take some videos, et cetera, with the kids. Thought it would be a fun thing to experiment with. And so this is very interesting. I bet you Jony Ive is going to make more from this than he is from his tenure at Apple. And if this is a $300 billion company, it's 2% of the company he's basically getting. And you have to ask yourself, as a founder, will Jony Ive's designs make OpenAI 2% more successful? That's the bet you're making when you give him $6 billion. And I'm certain it's not $6 billion in cash. I'm sure it's
all stock, according to Bloomberg.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, I could see like $100 million or $250 million in cash or something if they got cash laying around. But I think he believes, probably correctly, that it could be a $1 trillion company. So if he gets $6 billion now and it triples, this could be an $18 billion opportunity. And $18 billion is a lot of money. So congratulations to Jony Ive and his team over there. And I think this was more of a collaborative organization. I don't know how many employees there are on LinkedIn for LoveFrom as a company, or if they're even allowed to put themselves on
that was
LinkedIn.
my thought. I don't know if that's going to be the right number.
Well, I mean, the really interesting thing I think about this is you have to make a bet. You're making some sort of a bet, and if you think in bets, as Andy Duke would say in the poker world, thinking in bets is her book. What are the odds that Jony Ive doesn't make the company 1% more valuable? I think it's zero.
Low. Yeah.
I mean, he's got to make the company 1% more valuable. Now, what are the chances he makes it 10% more valuable? That's probably not going to happen. So the truth might lie between 1 and 3%, 4% more valuable to have the world's greatest designer of the last 30 years or one of the top 5, certainly, on your team, focused only on the ChatGPT app.